can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Eevee and make it look easy.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd without fear, and welcome back to the channel. Also, while you're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any of the videos that we got coming out here. Also, if you enjoy this video on any level, please make sure before you click away, hit that like button because it's free and it helps me out tremendously. We are going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2, written by Jason Aaron with art by Rafael Albuquerque, colors by Marcelo Maiolo, and letters by Sean Lee. And while we're on the subject of amazing comics, before we get into today's video, I want to talk to you about an upcoming announcement. I'm talking breaking news straight from New York Comic-Con. I have been informed by both parties at Global Comics and DC that a huge volume of comics are going to be coming to the Global Comics digital comics platform, and I could not be happier because they are going to be bringing some absolute heat. You're going to be able to read titles like Peter Tomasi's Superman, Joshua Williamson's Superman. You're also going to be able to read All-Star Superman. You'll also be able to read some of the most recent Wonder Woman titles like Wonder Woman Dead Earth, as well as lots of personal favorites of the channel like Dark Knights of Steel, as well as the 2022 Blerd Awards winner in the Best Comic of the Year category, The Nice House on the Lake. If you have not already jumped onto the Global Comics bandwagon, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a perfect time to hitch your wagon to it. And you can do this with a huge discount to your first year subscription. And while a lot of times they will give you an entry price of $79.99, if you use my special link or if you download the app and use the promo code GCX Blerd without fear, you will get your first 1 year subscription for 33% off, which is a huge deal. So don't walk, run to the Global Comics app, make sure you use my special link or promo code, and in doing so, enjoy some of the best that the comics industry has to offer on their platform that now has DC. With that said, let's get back to the video. This issue, as we saw with the previous one, we got a deep dive into what's been going on with Raphael over the course of the time between the issue number 150 of IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and what is now the Jason Aaron era of Ninja Turtles. And we already know that Raph has been in prison. Like I said, it was more of a voluntary deal. He was helping out with a situation trying to keep criminals in check. So the question became, where were his brothers? Why were the Turtles not together? And I'm gonna be honest with you, we're not gonna get that answer right away. I don't honestly think we're going to get the answer until we probably get to issue number 3. At the earliest, I think issue number 4. At the latest. Heck, it might even be the 5th issue where we're going to be seeing all the Turtles together for the first time in Jason Aaron's era. But I will definitely say right here, right now, that if you are someone who is a huge fan of Michelangelo, you are about to see a Michelangelo that you are not familiar with. And I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, if you're someone who is familiar with the last Ronin story arc, I will definitely say maybe you might see some hallmarks, some things that might be somewhat familiar, but I don't think that these two stories have anything one to do with one another. All I will say is this is a Michelangelo who he's older. He's been down through there. And kind of similar to some things we saw alluded to in the original 150 issues of Ninja Turtles at IDW. We saw kind of closer, more towards the end, we saw that Michelangelo was fated to become a celebrity. This is something that is not new to the Jason Aaron era. This is something we already knew was going to happen, and Jason Aaron is leaning into it. Michelangelo's become a celebrity. He's on TV shows. He's on billboards. He is a household name, and with that comes a level of comfort. A level of comfort that I think personally a lot of people don't think about. When you become comfortable, you become lazy, and that's something that is a huge part of the story for Michelangelo. He has reached a point in his life where he no longer has to fight for his life. He no longer has to protect the people of New York. He no longer has to travel to Dimension X and aid the Neutrinos in their war against Krang and all of the other Utrams. No, he doesn't have to do that anymore. He doesn't have to worry about the Foot Clan. The only worries he now has is how he's just going to get from one day to the next, doing shooting schedules here for various movies and TV shows and doing stunts, doing public appearances, paparazzi coming after him, taking his picture. And it's one of those, it's a case study on just who Michelangelo is as a person today versus who he was, and how that old person is still in there. It's just that it becomes more apparent that his relationship with his brothers really cemented who he was. He was the youngest of the turtles, and I guess that comes with a certain level of immaturity that makes him endearing to a lot of fans. He's the more childlike one, he's the more fun character, but here, he's not having fun. He even talks about how he laments that his brothers are no longer together, and that even the most amazing 5-star cuisine doesn't hold a candle to the times that he spent eating pizza in the sewers with his brothers. And that's something that Jason Aaron, I've said this before, Jason Aaron understands the assignment when it comes to these turtles. At least thus far, we've already seen he understands the assignment with Raphael. We have already seen just now in this issue he understands the assignment with Michelangelo. And while we haven't seen all of the 4th issue, because we haven't even looked at this 2nd issue just came out, we haven't even seen 3 yet, but we have seen excerpts from issue number 4 in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha issue. And just based on a little bit we saw of Donatello, it's clear he understands Donatello, and I appreciate that he is keeping this continuity intact. He's not trying to redo anything, he's not trying to reboot anything, he's just continuing the story in a way that makes sense compared to everything that happened in the fallout of Armageddon game and all the chicanery with Armagon and whatnot. Like, he's actually found a way to make it all make sense and make it work. And even having him go up against actual ninjas in this issue, and probably the real selling point here is the diamond crusted nunchucks. I think that was actually pretty cool. But also seeing how as he's fighting these ninjas that he is recalling the fallout with his brothers, and once again not really telling you what happened between them. Like, we don't get the idea of what happened between them, but there was clearly some beef. But I do think it's interesting how perception in this case, as it is in real life, is 9/10 of reality. It's not to say that his brothers feel the way they feel about him that is stated in this issue, what he imagines his brothers feel about him, that they feel that he has brought shame to Clan Hamato, that he has become this laughing stock, that he's no longer, that he's not a serious person, and that he is so immature. These are not really the things his brothers actually feel about him, but these are the things that Michelangelo has internalized about himself, that he believes his brothers think of him, and he's fighting back against those self-perceptions. But yeah, this issue is great. Like, it's not earth-shattering in the way that you would probably think of probably some of your favorite comics where, like, oh, there's this crazy fight that I've never seen before, or there's this crazy reveal that I've never seen before. No, I mean, this is all stuff that just makes sense. It just makes sense, like, the way that it all plays out. And of course, what I think is technically the real money shot of it all is just seeing how the turtles are reuniting slowly over the course of these first 4 issues that we're about to get, and seeing Raphael make his return, and also kind of an allusion to what Leonardo is up to by this point, but also seeing that Michelangelo and Raphael, whatever beef that came up between the turtles, it's enough that Michelangelo wants to fight him. Now, that said, with all of that, who's to say that it's something that lasts more than a page of issue number 3, if that? I don't even know if we'll even see that fight. We'll probably get some flashback to it later, because once again, when we get to this next issue, we're going to be dealing with Leonardo. Covers lie, but the impression that I'm getting here is that Leonardo has given up the whole, being the leader deal, because obviously he doesn't have any turtles to lead. But in the cover, you see his trademark blue bandana wrapped around one of his trademark katanas, and you see him walking off into the distance, walking off into the sunset. And the question becomes, especially with the eeriness of it, it makes you wonder if maybe he's still dealing with a lot of the Foot Clan Leo stuff that was going on. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out this video up here. It'll get you caught up to speed on all that stuff that happened during the initial first, I believe somewhere in and around the first 40, almost 50 issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at IDW. But yes, it's good stuff. It is just really good stuff. This comic is so great, and I'm just really happy to see Jason Aaron just having fun with this stuff. Once again, we don't get any answers about the Foot Clan and everything from the previous issue, but once again, those answers are going to be coming. I don't think that's anything we have to be concerned about. But I don't know. In the meantime, if you want to know more about what's been going on with the IDW Ninja Turtles, I actually have a video right here that I did all about the time that Master Splinter took over the Foot Clan. You should totally check that out. But anyways, until next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell. Hit that like button, share the video. I will see you all next time. Peace.